Welcome to the Hollywood Scholar. I'm Jed Morgan, and as much as I predicted that The Witcher Blood Origin would be a travesty of untold proportions that would be mocked summarily by fans, and proven rightly so, I could not have even predicted the amount of viewership that was brought in by this show. It is far worse than I could have possibly have predicted. Now, a few people have been a little bit hesitant to report on these numbers, considering that it was the TV fanatic that really broke these numbers, but I've done my research, I've gone deeper, Deadline's reporting on it, and it actually results from an actual Netflix top 10 website. So that is a legitimate source that I'll be jumping into. But as much as Cowboy Bebop was summarily rejected by fans, the Netflix live action, it did far better viewership numbers than this and was canceled just 2 weeks after its release. If Blood Origin is doing far worse than Cowboy Bebop, I just want to know what the future of the Witcher franchise will look like. If a spin-off like this can do this horrifically bad, maybe this might be just me, fanciful, hopeful fan. Maybe season 4 is in jeopardy because of how horrifically bad Blood Origin was. But let's jump right into it. This was originally reported by Deadline, and they've got all nice here together for me. But Deadline, according to them, a show I've never heard of called Emily in Paris, their third season, so they've been going for a little while, during the same amount of time, during the same week, debuted on Netflix with 117 million hours viewed. A show I've never even heard of did that well. That's really impressive, making it number 2 in the US language chart. It's really impressive. It doesn't sound like a show for me, but that's actually really good numbers. Wednesday, it's been out for several months now. It remained number 1, gaining an additional 118 million hours viewed. That is insanely impressive, all things considered, that it's still getting that amount of viewership this late into its release. It's been out for a while now. And during the same week, again, The Recruit, another show that I've never even heard of, tailed with 95 million hours viewed. Not as impressive, but still alright for a show I've never even heard of. So, a show that's been around for a while and 2 shows I've never even heard of are doing pretty well in the top 10 of Netflix. Where does Blood Origin fall into that? Well, Blood Origin apparently debuted this week, making it number 7 with 15 million viewed hours. That is impressively bad. A show that I've never even heard of in its 3rd season got 100 million more viewership hours than Blood Origin. The Recruit, another thing I've never heard of, got substantially more viewership as well. This is a Witcher show in Netflix's Witcher universe. It should be doing viewership closer to 100 million, but it only got 15.9 viewership numbers and was only down at number 7 in the global only. I'll be showing the global United States and the UK in a moment here, but it only hit number 7th. This is really bad. This is a very bad sign for the Netflix franchise, the Witcher franchise, and I really hope it does signal an overall change at their company, because that's really bad. I can't harp on that enough, that is far below what anyone should have expected for a show like this, with a budget like this. We don't know the exact budget, but it must have been substantial considering everything that was involved in this show. I think that after this travesty, after how bad everyone's reacted to it, how few people are actually watching this garbage, that people need to be fired. Lauren Histridge, she's proven that she cannot run a franchise as the head honcho Kevin Feige type. She creatively approved this. She needs to get fired. Declan DeBarra, he made this abomination. He needs to get fired. Everybody who worked on Blood Origin, down to the janitor, needs to be fired because of how horrendous this product was, and fans are rejecting it. And it's not even just like fans rejecting it like with the Rings of Power, which still got some decent views, not great, but decent viewership numbers. People aren't even watching it, and I think that's what's going to affect Netflix more than the negative reaction, because as long as people still watch it, they still get money from it, they still get revenue from it, their analytics look good. But if nobody's watching it and everyone who is watching it is hating it to this degree, that 2-point combo may really hurt Netflix in where it's important, in its wallet. And I just really am excited to see what sort of repercussions these viewership figures have at Netflix. And as we always kind of have to say with like Rotten Tomatoes and these studios self-reporting their numbers, we can't always trust them. This is Netflix self-reporting, but since they're self-reporting, I'd imagine that they'd, make things look better, try to rosy up these numbers, manipulate it in a positive light as much as they can. I have no reason that I can think of for why Netflix would make these numbers worse than they are. So I actually think maybe these numbers are worse than what we're seeing, not better than what we're seeing. So that's just kind of where that comes in there. But according to the Netflix top 10 viewership numbers, TV-wise, worldwide, it hit number 7th. It's only at the number 7 in its week of release. It's getting beat out by Wednesday, been around for a while. Emily in Paris, never heard of. The Recruit, never heard of. Harry and Meghan, the limited series that everyone is hating as well. Got beat out by that. Sonic Prime, don't even know what that is. Too Hot to Handle, don't even know what that is. It's beating out by those shows. And it can barely scrape together a 7th place. And it's getting pretty close to even a rerun of Emily in Paris season 1. People rewatching in preparation for season 3 nearly caught up to Witcher Blood Origin. That is not a good sign for this franchise, and I hope this makes Lauren Hissrich quake in her boots, because this is her fault. She perpetuated the abominable working environment and the actively mocking the source material environment at Netflix's Witcher, and this is the result of it. She's finally fucked around enough that she's about to find out, and I hope Netflix does what they need to do and get rid of her and sell the rights, because I do not trust Netflix with The Witcher at all. But again, like I said, 15.8 million viewership numbers. Too Hot to Handle, never heard of it. 16. Sonic Prime, wow, far more than that. 26 million. Harry and Meghan, 39 million. The Recruit, those other numbers that I was talking about. That's really, really sad for Netflix's Blood Origin. It is really just BO, as everyone is saying. It's just an assault on the senses that needs to be forgotten and avoided at all costs. Now, this is just the global ship numbers. Maybe the UK, it'll be higher than the 7. Maybe in the UK, we'll get higher than number 7. No, it doesn't even show up in the top 10 at all. At all. In the week of release, a European targeted audience, built off European mythology, cannot top the top 10 in the UK. That's really, really bad. But maybe the US. The US is the biggest Netflix watching audience in the world. Maybe it'll be good there. Oh wait, it's not even in the top 10 there either. It is failing on all possible cylinders, and the best result to come out of all this, hopefully, is a change of the fundamental structure at Netflix's Witcher franchise. Hopefully they cancel it outright and are willing to give away the rights, sell the rights to someone who's going to be a better steward over them, who actually cares about the source material. Hopefully someone like Henry Cavill, someone who cares. And that is all that we ask for, is somebody who cares to adapt these franchises, and somebody of talent as well, because there was no talent whatsoever depicted in The Witcher Blood Origin, from its very top writers to their very lowest production crew. It is an abomination of untold proportion that needs to make Netflix question everything about themselves, everything about their business. And I'm almost at the point where I don't normally go with these trends. I don't go with boycotts or anything, and I'm not really going here. But I'm getting the mentality of hashtag cancel Netflix at this point, because of how bad this show was and how horribly they've mishandled this entire franchise. If this makes a change, great. If not, it's still entertaining to sit back and watch people reject this show, this franchise, so summarily. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Anon.
Hey, yo, are you feeling what I'm doing up in here? Oh, I know you are. Do you miss all the good, compelling stories that we used to get back in Hollywood that they ain't putting down no more? Oh, I know you missing it. So check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern-day mental illness issues, baby. Book 1, Down in Flames. Book 2, Apocalypse Then. These are currently on sale. What are you waiting for? Get your hands on them. And we got Book 3, Kill the Dark, is coming down the pipeline. Just wait for all the good stuff that's dropping. You ain't gonna be disappointed, fam.